And this is Nala, Maddie's puppy. She gets to come out, don't worry, she's not locked in that cage all day. She gets to come out when Matt's not coaching. But that's Nala, she's a little staffy.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Next Level Fitbiz Show. I'm super excited to bring you episode number 4, where we head up to Artarmon in Sydney, New South Wales, and we have a chat with Karl Goodman from Athlethes Authority. Karl graduated university with an exercise science degree and has since worked as a strength and conditioning coach for the St. Aloys in Kirribilli and also the Gordon Rugby Club in the Shute Shield. Karl then takes us on a tour of Athlethes Authority, and then we sit down and we talk a little shop. So enjoy today's episode with Karl Goodman and Athlethes Authority. Hey everyone, welcome to the Next Level Fitbiz Show. I'm here in Artarmon in Sydney, New South Wales with Karl Goodman from Athlethes Authority. Thanks for joining me, Karl.
Pleasure, Jarrod. Thank you for having me.
Alright, so first question I want to ask you is, how long have you been open for?
So this facility's been here since October 20 last year, 2016. First year, yeah, in about 13 days or so. But I had a small studio, small facility in the Dark North Shore from February 2016. So I was there about 6 to 8 months before we moved in.
Cool. And what's our size here? How big is it?
We've got 360 square metres down here. We've got another 60 square metres upstairs where we do our physio, chiro, massage, and all our body fat testing and all that stuff upstairs.
Okay, perfect. Cool. All right, and how many staff do you have working?
I have 2 full-time admins, myself and one other. I then have 8 coaches that I employ, 2 of which are on rent and 6 are subcontractors.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. All right, we're going to take a tour of Athlethes Authority, so check it out.
There we go. Alrighty. So we're here at the front of Athlethes Authority. One of the biggest things I would highly recommend you guys at least consider investing, probably about 6 to 12 months into operating, is actually going to a tag system. This has been a big kind of benefit to me as the owner and operator, to actually give me a bit more freedom and also know that people are looked after in here. So I'll show you how this works. So like any kind of fob system, you can select your hours of operation. Ours are 5 a.m. till 12 midnight for 7 days. It does cost a little to set up. You need cameras, security, all that kind of stuff. That'll cost you about $6,000. But what you save in not having to have staff on, especially during Saturday, Sunday, and actually giving yourself some free time to work on the business is massive. So highly recommend a swipe system as soon as possible. So we just have an open plan desk. It's manned probably about 30% of the time. I'm myself and the full-time admin, so he's here 30 hours a week. And we do all our operations and admin, all the standard stuff here. So what we're standing on is play flooring. It's an incredible system, integrated turf into the rubber, and this has facilitated us to really expand our business and actually allow a whole bunch more people and create an incredible workflow, an incredible training flow for the members that come in. So when people arrive, they'll usually head to the left, onto the driveway, grab a foam roll or a trigger ball, maybe a stretch band, and mobilise, do a bit of self-ionic fascial release, and get prepped before their session. They'll probably grab a skipping rope after that and do some climbing and any activation drills that they might need to do before they get into the big. So we've got our cardio equipment here. The 2 big features that I'd probably really recommend is if you intend to ever do any performance testing, aka like wingate testing or peak force output, a watt bike's a great investment. We bought these second hand. They're a 2012 model. They cost about $3,000 to get in, but highly recommended if you want to add performance testing to your battery test when you bring a new member in, and something objective and measurable for a pre-post test is highly recommended. What we use with our members to give them some tangible feedback on their improvements over the course of a training cycle. So what bikes here? We also have a wood weight. Definitely not something the majority of people need. Definitely not something the majority of people have money for. But an incredible tool if you do work with a lot of track and field athletes, which we do, a lot of field sport athletes that do need to work on running mechanics, because it essentially helps frame that good A position, forces that heel recovery as well. So great for high-end performance athletes who run regularly. This is obviously our turf area. We do all of our sled work here, our farmers carries, all our box ups, all our plyometric drills, all our bounding, all that kind of stuff's done here. We have what's known as integrated platforms. So Matty's over there coaching one of his powerlifting clients, and they're standing on what's called integrated platforms. So these are flush with the floor. They have a high density rubber beneath them, which allows for, I think, for up to easily over 400 kilos of effective acoustic management, which is great for us because this is generally quite a loud gym, especially with the calibrated plates. So a great integrated flooring here for the two deadlift platforms. Glute ham raise, and that's a necessity if you value people's, your clients' hamstring strength, and especially managing their injury resilience as well. So eccentric hamstring strength, best indicators for you guys, for clients' ability to resist injury from the hamstring posterior chain. So make sure you get yourself a glute ham raise, an absolute necessity. We're fortunate enough here to have 5 double cell rogue racks, which is probably pretty rare, and definitely not something you need. We started with 1 full power rack and 2 half. We then added some squat stands, 1 is still left, and then finally progressed about a year into running the gym to 5 double cell racks, which essentially allow us to bench someone on the inside, squat someone, and then deadlift someone on the outside of the platform. So highly versatile piece of equipment if you're using, managing large clients at the same footage. So it'll be great for group type classes where you can partner people up or put them in a group of 3 to get them going. We really value trying to keep the floor space clear, so if possible, grab yourself any types of wall mounts you can. So we mount our plate storage, we mount our barbells as well. So all that kind of stuff is the simple things that have really made a difference for our workflow here. First high bar, leg press, all this machine stuff. It looks fancy, it looks all color coordinated, but it's actually only coming recently. We could only afford this in the last 3 months. It cost about $25,000 to get machine equipment in. So do it later. We never used to have this, and we certainly survived without it. And the people that said, oh, you don't have a lot of machine equipment here, we challenged them to think a bit more laterally with their exercise selection, and we came up with some pretty good alternatives. So don't stress too much if you don't have the budget for machine equipment. It's definitely not what you need first. Also, just obviously got a dumbbell area. Mirrors are not something we highly value here, but it is probably good for a small population. So chuck a few mirrors up, we've got dumbbells. Actually, we've got custom dumbbells arriving today, which is a bit exciting, but for now we just use rubber hex dumbbells, which are cheap, affordable, do the job. That is essentially the tour of the facility. We'll quickly fast forward and I'll take you upstairs so you can see upstairs. And that'll be it. Must get some new foods. New foods, unreal.
2 sips and now you want a trip, big fella. You not.
So this is upstairs. We have chiropractors here on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday afternoon. We have massage therapists here part-time. And then we also have a physiotherapist here twice a week as well. So we've subcontracted these guys. Definitely recommend it. You can essentially leverage your membership base and say, hey, come 1 or 2 days a week. We have some clients that need servicing. We value your methodologies or whatever it is. I'll leave the sales pitch to you guys. But a really great way to add authority, credibility to your gym system by saying you actually look after end stage rehab, you look after acute rehab, all those kind of things as well. So we do a lot of our testing up here. We FMS screen up here. Y balance is here as well, and then obviously all our specific orthopedic tests, like joint range of motion tests and all that kind of stuff get done up here as well. And this is essentially where a member will spend their first session. And this is Nala, Maddie's puppy. She gets to come out, don't worry, she's not locked in that cage all day. She gets to come out when Matt's not coaching. But that's Nala, she's a little stuff.
Alright, thank you for the tour, Karl. That was awesome. Cool.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was great. It's fantastic. So, I guess the next question is, when it comes to sort of business coaching, what do you sort of look for in a mentor or business coach to sort of grow your business?
So essentially, I've had many.
Yeah.
Is the first thing I'd say, and they've provided different things at different times. And I think it's really important for a business coach to actually effectively identify what you need at a certain period of time. Early on in a business, the most important thing that you will probably need help with is a bit of your own self-mastery. So how to think more like an entrepreneur, how to make more effective decisions, how to start building relationships with not only clients but potentially employees. And if a business coach can give you the systems to help do that, I think that's probably a great place to start. The other thing a new business is going to need is leads. So if you were to get a business coach, I would highly recommend you find someone who has an effective lead generation system that allows you to get in front of people, have a great conversation with people, and see if you can help them. So that would be the things I'd look for. In the later stages now, essentially I have a business coach now. His name's Mario Perguilo. He's incredible at what he does, and he's essentially helping me scale.
Perfect. Cool.
So we're now implementing systems that we've essentially identified how we add value to people. Now we want to say, well, how do we actually scale that value and get to an audience or a market that aren't within a vicinity of this gym that they would want to train here. So what's the next step for me?
Okay.
So knowing where you are and what you need, and then find a business coach that aligns with that and can meet those expectations is the best.
Okay. Cool.
So take time with a business coach too. So many business coaches out there, so many offering the mountain of gold at the top of the river.
Yes.
And then forget to remind you that you're going to be bitten by a whole bunch of piranhas along the way. So make sure you choose wisely and take your time.
Okay, awesome, cool. That's great advice. And okay, now a lot of people might have this imaginary thought that business is like this grand thing where you work less hours, you get more money, etc., etc. So what's one piece of advice, since you owned a studio in Pinball and then opening this one, what's one piece of advice you would give to any fitness professional out there?
Okay. If I were to give them the single best piece of advice, I would reiterate what Simon Sinek would say. And he would say that leaders need to eat last. So if you are here for a quick fix, a quick solution, a money grab, it will not work in business. Very few businesses will have that kind of immediate success. As you try and build a brand, as you build trust with people, all these things need to happen. These things take time. So I would highly recommend, if that is your initiative, I would put more money on the lottery to getting a quick result than actually starting a gym or a personal business for getting a quick result. Make sure you're willing to eat last, and it hasn't been too recently till I've actually enjoyed the fruits and till Lockie's enjoyed the fruits of what we've created. I was paying coaches 3 times what I was paid. And putting them first to create the community, I put everyone first. And finally now it's gone to the stage where there is so much food on the table that I'm still eating just as well as everyone else. But I always have had the philosophy, leaders eat last.
Perfect, cool. All right, so that's it, guys. I'd like to thank Karl here, and thank you for your time. And if you guys have any more information, where can they find out about Athletes Authority?
Obviously Facebook's a great platform. info@athletesauthority.com.au is my personal email, so you can always contact me there if you have any questions that you think I might be able to help you with, and more than happy to field them within the time constraints that I have. Obviously I've got a whole bunch of priorities that I need to focus on, but if you've got a few quick things that you think I might be able to help, if I can't help personally, I'll certainly send you in the right direction. And thanks for taking the time to check this place out.
Cool. Thank you for watching another episode of the Next Level FitBiz Show. Now don't forget, you can find the link to the Athletes Authority Facebook page in the show notes below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel Next Level FitBiz Show so that you never miss another episode again. I'll catch you guys next week.